all the scenes vids. Well, anti-air dash punch into no quick stand. Q gets two taunts off. That's like a best possible round start for Q. He's got so much health right now. Anti-air dash punch is like a super good scenario. Nice. He could have done EX dash punch. Probably a good idea actually. Probably should have done it. I don't think they tried to make any bad ultras. I think there are a few ultras that were like skirting a line between amazing and useless. And like even the smallest change would push them over to amazing, so they were content to leave them useless. Good examples of that are Honda and Balrog Ultra 2s. If they were one frame throws, it'd be amazing. If they were two frame throws, they're useless. Or like counter ultras. If they had a super freeze, they were amazing. Or they were useless, but if they didn't have a super freeze, they're amazing. Like the only way to change those, there was no way to make them good without making them broken. And they did try really hard to make like Honda Ultra 2 good. They just like it was that one frame throw, and it was his better Ultra when it was a one frame throw. But then they were like, what can we do to make it still good if it's not a one frame throw? And it's like, how about a two frame throw that goes like half screen? And they did that. And the amount of punishes you could get with it was insane, but like it was still not as good as his Ultra 1. I think the real problem with characters like Kami and Fei Long is that their Ultra 1s already did everything. Like, a lot of characters had like a Fireball Punish Ultra and then like a Combo Ultra. Kami's Ultra 1 was a Fireball Punish and a Combo. Fei Long's Ultra 1 is like a fucking, I don't know. Original Rufus Ultra 2 was okay. I don't know why they nerfed it. All that chip. All that chip. All that invincibility. But like Rufus, it was okay to have that because he lost Ultra 1 and that the opportunity cost was insane. Rufus gets so much mileage out of Ultra 1. You need something really good to like motivate him to take Ultra 2. Same with Seth. That's why I was okay with those Ultras having like insane chip and insane invincibility. Because they were still punishable as shit. Seth Ultra 2 was kind of cool. Because that actually gave him juggles. His juggling his Ultra 1 was kind of picky. But they did such a bad job, like... There were cases where you could land juggles into Ultra 2 as Seth, where it was punishable on hit. They should have given it more juggle potential and just lowered the damage. Aegis time. Jumping a lot's very common in this matchup. Urien can hit Q from very far out during a jump. And also, Q's anti-airs are pretty shoddy. Very common to jump a lot. Whoa. Whoa. I think the only characters that really did bad jobs on the Ultras were characters where um, your choice was pretty much like it didn't matter. It was like indifferent. Like El Fuerte had like pretty much the same. Both Ultra 1 and Ultra 2 did pretty much the same things. So it was like based on very, very minor situations, you would pick one or the other. And you could really use either one in any matchup. It's okay to use either Ultra in any matchup, that's a good thing. But like, using either one in any matchup because, wow, wow, wow. Because you can just use either one in the same scenario, I think that's kind of lame. I like it when different Ultras have different combos or different setups, different things you can utilize them for, forcing the player to make different decisions. Ryu's Ultra 2 is literally garbage. It's probably one of the worst Ultras in the game. I mean, it's not one of the worst Ultras in the game, but like the opportunity cost makes it probably the worst Ultra in the game. This Urian's making a poor case for Ultra 1, Super 1. Very poor case. Worst character in this game is probably Sean, although some people argue it's 12. Some people say that the things that Sean shares with... What's with this lag? Some people say that the tools that Sean shares with Ken make him good enough that he's better than 12. But I think he's still shittier than 12. I like that juggle. Oh. If you rush in while Urian throws an upward fireball, you can catch a punish. Urian has to predict with his upward fireballs because he can't react to a jump and still throw one in time. Nice. A lot of people just block that out smash, but a much better response is to parry it. I'm pretty sure you can actually block T-Hawk's Hawk Dive and then still Ultra to it, but you can also block it and Ultra 1 it. Or are you talking about Condor Spire? A small case can be made for Ryu's Ultra 2 in matchups against characters with a lot of unsafe attacks, such as grapplers. But it's still shitty, because your max damage combos into Ultra 1 will still do more damage than Ultra 2 combos. Twelve and Chun-Li are actually really interesting because they're very similar. But one ended up being too good and the other one ended up being too bad. It's actually a very interesting look at balance. Chun-Li is too good because she controls screen way too well. And 12 is too good, is too useless, even though he controls screen way too well. Even though Chun-Li's damage is pretty low without super, and 12's damage is pretty low without super. It was just that one confirm with Chun-Li. That one thing took her from being maybe like a mid tier and shot her into top tier. But even without like low forward super, Chun-Li would be stronger than 12, which is why it's so interesting. Even though 12's footsies are better than Chun-Li's are. I wouldn't say that they're better, but like, even though it seems like it. Necro is somewhat uncommon, sorry. Maybe we'll see one. Maybe we won't. 1 versus Elena, huh? You don't see that many Super 1s anymore. It used to be a really common, it used to be the most common Super for Hugo. Now it's kind of rare. I don't really like Super 1 against Elena. Got him. Super 1 hurts, but it's so hard to land, and you get it so rarely. And it's got use overlap with just his normal command grabs most of the time. Like anytime you can land Super 1 for half the opponent's health, you can land command grab for a quarter of their health. Whereas Super 3, there's no equivalent. You can land clap or nothing. Or rather, after a clap, you can land, like, you know, stand stronger. You can land Super 3 or nothing. Ooh. Went for a taunt. Probably paid for itself. Hugo's taunt does the same thing as Q's, but not as effectively. Crouch Fierce anti-air failed. That's a really shitty anti-air. It looks like it would be really good, but it's not. That looked like that was either her turnaround animation or the startup of Close Fierce. Either way, it wasn't invincible. Wow. That turnaround. Healing is really good against Hugo. Hugo's so garbage at stopping it. Yeah. On safe on it's like it's full combo punishable on parry. You can't like re-jump and get a new jump in combo, but like you can get whatever you want. You can do like a Ryu towards Fierce, it's that unsafe. Not that you ever do Ryu towards Fierce in this game. You can do like a Hugo hard clap. It's really unsafe on air parry. It's also only one parry, and it doesn't even usually anti-air. So here's a 12. 12 players insist this matchup sucks. I'm not saying they're wrong. This matchup probably sucks. Elena's supposed to be really good against 12. 12 lives or dies on its footsies, and I think his footsies aren't that good in this matchup. And 12's damage output is lower than Elena's, even though Elena's damage output is not even that good. Did get the punish. Yeah, Thong and Rage said that too. That's a punish. Oh, he wanted the link into Super 1 off the Universal Overhead on a crouching opponent. 12 is like a really bad chips enough, isn't he? 12's taunt is okay. It's not like really good. 12 can notably hit you from across the screen with this projectile. So even when he's invisible, like if you just whiffing attacks, you're actually really vulnerable to that. But 12's projectile is very mediocre. It's not like 12 has an overhead or anything. It's not like he can do invisible mix-ups on you. He makes a noise when he does the air dash, so you can't just, like, you know when he's in the air or on the ground. By design, 12 is actually one of my favorite characters in this game. I like non-human characters, and I like the idea of a putty man. Like the Blob in Clay Fighters. Anyone remember Clay Fighters? 12 is a super soldier, I think. I don't remember. He's a manufactured person. He's not like based on a body or anything. He was literally just made in a laboratory. He's one of the Illuminati's like weapons. Also, I'm fairly certain that 12 is not called 12 because he's the 12th in his model. I'm fairly certain that he's called 12 because he's one of like 12 like beings like him. And I think they're all called 12. I don't think it's like 1 through 12. I think it's just 12 12 times. You can see the other 12s in some intros and outros. Necro was the prototype. Necro was an actual person. It's Yama, not Yamazaki. Different guy, I think. 12 is somewhat vulnerable to parry, and his mix-up is fundamentally based on something very weak. So even though his footsies are pretty strong, he needs to guess right so many times compared to other characters. He's also fundamentally unrewarded for a lot of shit. Like 12 has already gotten like 8 clean connects versus Ken's like 3 clean connects, and like look at the health. It's just not good mathematically to play 12. The neutral throw. You almost never see that. Probably an accident. I don't think you would do that on purpose. His instant air dash is pretty good. There's nothing like it in this game. He can't parry during it, but it's not a huge issue. It is an issue in some matchups, like Elena and Aura. Not being able to parry during air dash sucks. But like even without it, it's still really good. Like look at this screen control. Look at how he controls this Ken. Reverse solo short twice. Yes, there has Zendev, but it wasn't really a balance. It was more of like a It was more of like, it was more Avenue Brawler and less Street Fighter 3.4. But it's called Street Fighter 3 Forward Strike. Feel free to look it up. 4 and then RD. The number 4 and then RD. Like third, but with a 4. It's a pretty interesting game. I've analyzed it a couple times, and I've also played it on stream. Sefric. Look, the 12s. If you get a perfect with 12, you get a bunch of 12s on the screen. Wow, the juggle. Anti-air needle into jab. Unfortunately, that juggle added like no damage, but it was damn cool. 12 getting a perfect is somewhat rare. You guys, it's like a fucking, I don't know. God, he's doing so well to preempt Ken's actions. Holy shit, that walk under. That didn't look like he could possibly make it in time. Well, that could have been a combo to super. I think he wants to save the meter. After an instant air dash, hard kick will never come out in time. It makes you land quickly, which then, you know, sets you up for a throw, which is what he just did there. Instant air dash, hard kick, whiff to throw. Very common tactic. Third is like the actual game. Third is this game. Third strike. And forward is a ROM hack that changes all the characters' moves. Oh, he didn't get the super link. Wow, that cross through. And that was a really shitty punish, but like 12 doesn't have a good punish. Crouch Fierce! You never see that normal. It looked pretty safe. I have no rules against links here. If you want to learn the rules of the chat, just scroll down and I've got a link in the bottom. That'll teach you all the rules. It's very important you know them all. Everyone who's never read the rules before needs to go down and read them right now. That juggle in the stamina house. Alright, the Alex again. Ken gets so much damage if he does an ATR light uppercut. Or like an air EX Tatsu. Ken's damage just blows 12 out of the water. Oh, I think he went for the parry. Low block into OS red parry is pretty good in this matchup. Like if you do low block on a low forward and then OS high parry, Ken will either do an uppercut which you red parry, a fireball which you red parry. I think they have different timings, so a single timing probably won't work, but Ken's not going to cancel its uppercut anyway. He's either going to go into Tatsu which you red parry, which he probably won't do, or fireball into red parry, which is punishable all of a sudden, or not cancel at all, so you didn't risk anything. Alex is like low. He's like on the high end of low. He's definitely not similar to Makoto. Makoto's on the low end of top. Alex is like clearly better than other low tiers, but also not really on the level of even the mid tiers. It's better to look at it in terms of matchups though. For example, Alex Ken is probably 4-6. So like Alex can absolutely win this if he's a better player. Ken's air EX Tatsu is really good in this matchup though, and also Ken can punish slash elbow with super, whereas most characters can't punish it, so that ends up being kind of a bad thing. Worst matchup is usually agreed to be Makoto Q, which is usually called like a 1.5, 8.5, or like a 9-1. It's probably actually an 8-2, and people just like shit talking it. It's a really bad matchup though. You can find Tominaga one of the better Makoto players, and Kuroda probably the best Q, easily the best Q, running a long set in that matchup. And Kuroda has a pretty big advantage, but that might just be Kuroda being Kuroda. I don't go to any school. But I am a graduate in the School of Hard Knocks. I wrote my little description at the bottom back when I was still in UC Riverside, which I'm no longer in. Yeah, experience is always more important than tier. The worst matchup in Third Strike that I don't know, it's hard to say. Chun-Li versus Hugo is quite bad. It's not as simple as the best character against the worst character. This game is quite complex like that. Chun-Li versus Sean is probably like an 8-2. It's maybe a 7-3. Yun versus Sean is probably a 7-3. Spread Alex does look pretty good. Most of the artwork looks pretty good. It's a good anti-air. Oh, the super meaty stand fierce. Nice. I think EX drop might have killed. Maybe not. Super was definitely the safe play, and he had a excessive meter, so it didn't really matter. Alex has very strange legs. They look weirder in 3D than they do in 2D. Oh. Oh, I haven't tried yet. What happens if you pick Alex on the stage where Alex is in the background? Is he gone? They did that in Street Fighter 4 with like Hugo in the American construction stage and shit. But I haven't bothered to test it in Street Fighter 5 yet. This matchup is supposed to be pretty bad. Alex is supposed to really suffer here. Alex can just win right now. It's like 50-50 right now. I'm not even joking. Oh, never mind. There it goes. Alex was... It wasn't 50-50, but like Alex was 2 connects away from winning. Alex is like... Despite the fact that he's kind of a low tier, Alex is one of the most explosive characters in the game. His damage and stun outputs are through the roof. Like, Denjin, Ryu, and Makoto are like the only 2 characters more explosive than Alex. You can just abruptly lose. You can just like do 2 or 3 things wrong and then just lose against Alex. But he's usually pretty easy for most characters. But it's just kind of terrifying how he can just turn the game around because there's decent... I should say decent. I guess, yeah. His decent mix-up in like his high damage output and high stun output. That should have been EX tackle into super. EX tackle should have gotten 2 hits. It really sucks that it didn't. That was kind of lame. But if he did EX tackle into super, then it wouldn't have been an issue. Most explosive in 4 and 5. I'd probably say Hugo's the most explosive in 4. Or maybe Zangief. Seth maybe is pretty explosive. I don't know, it's hard to say. In 5, I don't know. Still hard to say. Might be like Birdie. It's probably Laura in 5. Laura's explosive as fuck. Yeah, Viper's real explosive. Is that the 3rd strike? Mika, yeah, I'd say Mika. Laura and Mika, final answer. Any character with really good momentum and high damage is pretty much what I'm talking about here. I like how like players are fixing Capcom's really garbage designs and shit. Damn, I saw the nude mods yesterday. I looked them up. I found them. I was like, very interesting. I found them for science. Oh, I think he had a juggle there. I don't know the juggle points on Hard Chop on Mare Connect, but I'm pretty sure he could have done something. Seth can make big comebacks. Seth has really good momentum. You fuck up one thing and then all of a sudden you're in a blender, you're in like true 50-50s and fucking his dizzy outputs to the roof. His damage isn't that good, but like, you know. I found them on SFXT_mods, that website. So you can find them there. I tried to find them on DB. Oh, that parry was good. That's the West parry. You don't need to do the OS parry when he does EX Stomp because EX Stomp tracks and thus always lands in the front. But you tap forward and either the Stomp goes behind you and you block it, or the Stomp lands in front of you and you parry it. It was good reaction on him to do that. YSB do something cool. This I can't help but notice that this Ryu is running Super 2. As I just said, Super 2 against characters who are really unsafe is better. I didn't actually say it for Super 2, I said it for like Ryu Ultra 2 in Street Fighter 4, but you know, same deal. Against characters who are fundamentally unsafe, you'll have more chances to land that. Ryu Super 2 fucking hurts. It does like 60% of your health. And you can land it off of any parry. Even just a raw connect Super 2 does a fuck ton. But if you get like a hard uppercut Super 2 or something like that. Wow, that parry. He has very few confirms into it though. He's got to do like low short stand jab Super 2, which is kind of precise. I want to see him land it. Alright, this is his big chance. There we go. Bonk. Bonk. Bonk bonk. Tatsu kills? I don't think so. Oh, I didn't even land. If you do reversal Tatsu as soon as you recover from that super, it'll hit. Which is how most people try and time it. My favorite is Daiminion. Daiminion. My favorite in third strike is this guy right here. YSB. Laura's probably a temporary thing for me until Guile comes out. But I can't say for sure until Guile actually comes out. Damn, Mirror, it must have made you sad that they got matched up in Capcom Cup. Must have been like, damn it. YSB is probably not the best Hugo, but he's one of the flashiest. And he's also damn good. I'm scared. I'm scared for both players. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking about picking up a Pocket Ryu. I've been watching a lot of replay in Street Fighter 5 recently, and it's like, well, you know, I could play Ryu. I am pretty good at Shotos, and Ryu seems a lot stronger than Laura does. Nice. Oh, what the fuck? What did he want? Oh, he had super meter. That was a failed super. What the fuck was this motion? What was that link? Hold on, what the fuck did he just link out of? Something very strange just happened. I was staying forward on a crouching opponent. God damn. You get a bunch of frames, extra frames on crouching opponents, and Super 2 from Ryu is, I think, 1 frame startup then active. It's like insanely fast. Ryu is more defensive than most characters. I would put him on the defensive end of things in Street Fighter 5. It's more that there are a bunch of rushdown characters. Ryu's classification is always based on the rest of the game. In this game, Ryu is like a slow heavy hitter, even though he's not any slower than other games. It's just that every other character in this game is really fast. In Street Fighter 4, well, that game, not a great example, because he was right around the middle of the pack in pretty much everything. Yeah, that works, Jay. But if Dudley quick stands, then the combo you can't combo it, and you can't do anything to stop Dudley from quick standing. So it's really just more of novel tech than an actual good tool.
ごいの見せられると
強すぎるんだけど、これやべえ。
熱くなっちゃいますね。
やべえ。
はい、勝ったのはニットさんです。
これミミック頼むぞ、ミミック。
続いて出てきたのは、
間違えてるわ、これ。
あ、逆だった。
いや、違う違う、これ。
あ、キャラがってことね。さあ、続いて出てきたのは9人目、お目目が綺麗なミミック。さあ、かなりやりたいこ
It
と
does
をや
link
れてい
from
るのは
towards hard punch too. So occasionally you see Ryu's with super 2 used towards hard punch.
さあ、これはブロって。
Solar plexus is pretty shitty because the only thing it links into is EX uppercut, which is a one frame link. If you get a crouching opponent, you can link it to normal uppercuts too. And then it also links to super 2. It's useful for that super 2 link, and that's pretty much it. I remember Homogeneous. I still go back and look at it every now and then. I don't know what happened to it. It's just done. Nice parry. Nice punish. That was good.
今のやばいっすね。とんでもないっすね。さあ、カス当たり。これはちょっともったいないことになってしまった。最後も旋風脚のみで終わり。現役陣でこれしかやってないです。まあ、しょうがないですかね。さあ、ここから次のゲージが。
Ooh, that EX fireball.
さあ、これ当たってしまって昇竜拳。
EX Firewall's the safest thing to cancel onto from target combo, although I think target combo is natively safe. And canceling the Fireball is only risky if they parry.
完璧な戦いを見せたニットに対して続いて出てくるのは忍のユリアン。さあ、この忍さんのユリアン、最近東大戦で大活躍。
ああ、もうなんかもう忍っても昔から結構ユリアン結構やってたからね。
でしょうね。初めなんかガトリーだったらしいですね、それで。
あ、そうそうそうそうそう。
Oh, jump back roundhouse.
この前のクーペとかでも使ってて。そうそうそうそう。で、実はこのユリアンも超強いっていう。マジでもね。
Getting canned. Yup, got canned.
ちょっとまずいまずいまずい。落ち着け落ち着け。いやこれでもね、いや一発入っちゃう終わりだ。
Can is so dangerous when you're cornered.
そうそうそうそう。確かに。この前のヤバンパケでもそんな場面ありましたね。そう、剣がここまで接点持ってる以上。はい。
And when he has a super meter. When he has a super meter, normally dangerous. Normally like kind of dangerous things like his overhead. Like it doesn't really hurt. It's not that bad to eat an overhead. But eating overhead to super that knocks down is awful. I got into third strike in 2006. And I've been continuously into it from when I got into it to now. 厳しい状態。もう一枚張っていく。さあ、これは当たる。ここで投げが入って、何で決める。さあ、EX竜巻に逃げる。I still like Ken for this one. Unless your aim pulls out a miracle. Oh, that throw. I can't believe that reached. I thought Ken was already out of range for the throw before he stepped backward. Holy shit. That's not a punish. Get out of here. Is that a punish? Said reversal. Ken didn't block it. It was a pretty risky time to go for it. There's no human way. Syrian's getting all kinds of Ken. Yeah. Nito is a good Ken. Surprise, surprise. This matchup is neat. It's probably even. Probably even. Almost certainly even. Nice struggle. Showdown matchups are real fun in this game. That combo gives you time to taunt. I think it does less damage than his uppercut combo. So I'm surprised that he did that combo instead of the uppercut combo and then still didn't taunt. I think it gives you better Oki though. That was really cool. Wake up low forward with that little health was so risky. Wow, good confirm.
うん
手前打ち空陣って雷撃とほぼ同じスピードで来ますから。
ああ早いっすね
Wow.
さあ今度は手前打ちに対して中足が置いてあった。
すごい話です。これはまあ
That link?
うまーく
Nope.
すごい
Akuma could have blocked, he just wasn't.
うおうめ
Yeah, that move is minus, but not punishable.
え
A lot of people like to hit buttons after blocking it.
そうっすね
I never bite there anymore. If Ken wants to do stand forward, he can.
さあ今度は竜巻をブロって全部ブロってしまう。
Ken's damage output on Akuma is insane.
さあこれセットプレー入って
It's like a super combo, plus a throw, plus a jump forward, plus another super combo, and he's dead.
タイのガートワーツか
さあ
勝利権でやり返すがさあ
There's no, this is too big a comeback. That's a good anti-air, but like this is too much. He doesn't have the meter, he doesn't have the mix-up. I don't see it.
さあ際どいところ
Yeah, early jump jab.
これ俺です。
早っ次やっくん森川さんかなりやばいことになってます
Yeah, that's what I figured.
これは
The Oki.
ちょっとまずいですね。
まずいですね
残すところ3人、ヤックン、
はい
Nice.
森川、なんか変なのが1人混じってるんで、これ2人みたいなもんなんで、ちょっとまずいです
キャラ3人じゃないですか
Oh, the overhead.
キャラは強いです
That overhead also links to super, but it's a lot harder to get out in time because it's only one parry and it's much more reactable. That should have been the two-hit parry.
ここでヤックンが
Back forward should have been the one-hit parry.
厳しくなるか
I just fixed Ken.
ですね 2P 側にはまだユンもう一枚いますからね
Nice links.
プレーが入って下がってこれは現役
You can anti-air pretty well. Never mind.
DX で微妙にずらしましたね距離をここで
There goes Yun's entire Ganajin timer. That was pretty nice play.
絶妙なめくり中継
Parries don't autocorrect, so you have to parry after the opponent crosses you up, which makes parrying cross-ups on wake up pretty difficult, which is why you rarely see them. They have to be like nearly just frame.
さあ微妙に暮らしてさあここでゲージが溜まるこのゲージがどこまで減らせるかクリーンヒット
Good old Yun.
画面端
Yun we all know and love.
さあかなり減りましたね
相当減りましたね。
そうですねそして
めくり雷撃から緊張系直で
うん
行ってたんで、
あれが減るやつなんですかね
かなり減りましたね。
さあこれ投げ返す
早い。
Which homogeneous is this? What the fuck is this number? I'll watch it anyway. It's gonna whiff, isn't it? Yeah. I knew.
2ラウンド目
The teleport one's hitbox is the only remotely good hitbox.
3ラウンド目
They're different.
お互いゲージが溜まっているのでさあ
They used to always have that garbage hitbox, but I think in AE they made it the teleport one much bigger.
補正を切って画面端きっちり3段入れて
These end combos are pretty hard. He has easier combos you can go for instead.
さあこれでそろそろヤックンのゲージが
They're not that hard. He has hard Ganajin combos, but doing just like doing towards forward palm, towards forward palm is not that difficult. If you really want to, you can just do medium shoulders, and that's like undroppable. It's like insanely easy. So it's supposed to be a dash punch.
これがどうなる
これは分かんないですね。
これは分かんなくなるタイムですねさあ一発当たってダウン投げて
Good block.
しかしタッチガード
That's a punish, I think.
うわーさす
最後
が。
は大パンチでこれヤックン取り返す続いて出てきた
Yun in his entirety is probably the hardest or second hardest character in this game, though. Most characters are not as difficult as him.
さあすっかり
Yun's not as extraordinarily hard or anything. This game in general is not extraordinarily hard.
定番って感じになりましたね
そうですね。
I've said it many times before, and people always doubt me. People are always like, that can't possibly be true. But I think this game is generously easier than Street Fighter 4.
見られなくなるまた来年に
It's because there's almost no links in this game, and the links you can do in this game, you can piano, which makes them nearly undroppable.
ゲージが溜まってる間
Compared to Street Fighter 4, where there are a lot of like one-frame links, with which only become two-frame with blinking. So you've got to get your cars super consistent, and then even when you do, you've got to hit two-frame links all over the place.
さあクミちゃんとしてはどう
Compared to this game, where like you know, you never drop a cancel.
いいですね
Cancels are really easy.
2ラウンド目
Some of the juggles can be tight, but they're not super tight. And parries are pretty easy. Parries have this huge perception of being insanely difficult to do, but they're actually really easy to do. It's mostly just knowing the timing for like multi-parry things, but getting a single parry is easy no matter what.
ギリギリ残るが
It's just about having the right timing.
さあ
It's not even a tight timing, it's like 6-7 frames.
これはでかい。そしてゲージン。おお、スタンせずに逃げ切りましたね。
うわ
これはうまい。
Nothing Oro has is difficult at all.
もう一回ゲージンが
And Oro has the perception of being one of the hardest characters in the game. But then, like, characters like Ken, there's only like a little bit of hard stuff.
すえ
すごいっすね、ヤックン。
Like, if you can do Kara uppercuts, you probably can do the hardest thing Ken has. And even then, that's only as hard as a blink. Blinking at 1 frame length. I'm dead serious. And that's considered to be one of the hardest tactics in this game. And it's literally like the same difficulty. It's like get a 1 frame window and also get a Kara.
はいはい
Street Fighter 5 is generously easier than 3 or 4. That's true. 3 has very little resources to pick up the game. You mostly just have to watch pros. Or like play one of the few characters who actually had a good guide. Like Oro.
やる
Like 12. Like Q. All the bad characters. Hey Buki. Buki's not bad.
いや
Oro's not either.
これは死なないが
Nice.
中足を当てて一ラウンド目はヤックンあそこから返しますか。
やっぱユンゲージが減るし、
はい
まあ体力がないので一瞬で溶けますね。
I played Mister. Mister's on the screen right now. He's the black and white one. Yo, this is the max damage starter.
第二章が当たんなかったが
That health bar.
とにかく
Jesus. Do you guys see that? He dropped his up kick right at the end, but let's look at that again.
第一章が当たんなかった
Stand medium kick cancelled to Genei-jin is the absolute most damage that Yun can squeeze out of a Genei-jin combo. And then from there, doing only Kara palms is the absolute most damage he can do during the Genei-jin combo. Alright, it was like here, right?
あそうですねお互い
No,
のこの長所
it was here. Look at that health bar.
短所が入り混じる
There it is.
さあ今のは第二章が当たんなかったがこれは減る
Oh my god, he did a pretty easy combo and it still fucked him up. There we go. That's the amount. About 60, maybe 70%. 70% of his health bar. No, the combo wasn't max damage at all.
大パンチさあ使って
I guess technically max damage is anti-air palm cancelled to super.
勝ったのはヤックン3連勝そして自分
I think. I don't even know if that launches though. You might not have a juggle there. I guess the max damage starter is technically already being in Genei-jin and getting an anti-air palm.
僕がまず当たって中足と遠めの下段を中心にしかしここで二折が入って投げ上がっているゲージが
If Yun does only Kara palms off of that starter, he can touch of death characters, I think.
3回入って緊中がしかしヤックンもグラップ
I mean, it definitely causes a juggle state. The question is just, like, can he get anything meaningful off of that juggle state after the super cancel? Because I think it pushes out, not up, unless you're in Genei-jin. Nice juggle. Ooh, that really hit. I'm pretty sure shoulder still goes under fireballs, but it's really precise. Not as easy to do in this game as it is in Street Fighter 4. Nor is it as relevant to winning. EX shoulder, I'm pretty sure, just goes under fireballs. I don't remember, actually. You never see Yun use EX moves. You occasionally see him use EX up kicks, but that's it.
こっちのチーム
Yun only has 3 moves that can even be EX'd. Weird juggle. Never seen that one.
ヤックンさんここでまだまだこの快進撃が
Yun's got EX up kicks, which is a decent reversal and also like a high damage attack. He's got EX dash punch, which I literally never see in EX palm. Or I mean EX. EX palm doesn't exist. EX shoulder, which I literally never see.
この体力リードも開けるの結構大変だ
徹底して遠めの中足
そうですね
So the fact that you lose EX moves to take Super 3 is not a huge deal for Yun.
あそっか
It's a pretty big deal for Yang because even though Yang only has one kind of useful EX move, the EX move is super useful. It's probably the best EX move in the game.
考えてみたいですね
EX, Mantis Slashes.
守られてるオロおうまいでも今なんかあんまり美味しいの入んないよね多分
そうですね
ペッチャーブロックそうだからフグさんの
Yeah, I usually hear melee being hard for wave dashing and like, you know,
あるかと思いきやここは
directional influence. I guess directional influence isn't hard, it's just technical. Like perfect shielding and fucking, I don't know,
体力リードして
shining.
だがフグさんここで
待ってる
発動する ところが
It's not difficult for those reasons.
と思いきやあるか
しかし
ガードクラッシュもう一回ガードクラッシュでした続いてバナオさあここで登場がエレキングバナオ
Oh, he could have parried that easy. Why didn't he?
そうですね
What the hell, was he just really not ready for that?
相性がいいのか
He had like all the time in the world and no other commits, it looked like.
いいじゃんみたいな感じのそんな返事をいただきましたが
やる2回ブロって
あーここからお引っかかったそしてハロー電人壊しで
うわ
うわーそっかあれ早いんだね発生がねさあタダンブローは入ってなかったそしてここでもう一丁さあしっかりガード遅らして空中系
I already don't really like playing on GameCube pad for melee, but like stuff like up tilt and jump being an up command, I'm so bad at. Or like getting small jumps, I'm really bad at.
ここはゲージを
Let alone getting small jumps into
一撃決めないとな
fast fall, fucking air dodges and shit.
だが相手はヤックンさあここは開幕ではなくとりあえず1回目
I have a hard enough time hopping in King of Fighters.
さあ苦しいさああるぜバナさん苦しいヤックンの安定行動がすげえ安定感あるかどうする終わったなんとバナさんまだとやってる最中なんですけど終わった後
はい、大将富永、ヤックンは後ろから3番目、残り3人。
That was a pretty mediocre punish. I think he could have done better. Maybe less strong. That's only barely better. So I guess that wasn't that mediocre.
チェスト
I think he can punish with tart combo though, right?
うわ浮いた
I don't actually know. He might need to do like walk-in tart combo. I don't even know what tart combo damage is like compared to like his non-tart combo punishes. Yeah, it's really weird to optimize damage for.
小さなみのゲージも光る。つかめば勝ち。
This game has never really had a good training mode for damage values. The training mode in online edition in the PS2 and Xbox versions had a really dishonest damage display. Like it would round a lot. So sometimes combos that would do more damage would show a smaller number and shit.
さあゲージ発動して。ジャンプ中堅の性能が
Which
高い
shouldn't have been possible even with rounding, I think.
ここで再び浮いてしまってここは安く済んだが
Like sometimes I would do like 148 damage combos that would kill and then like 150 damage combos that wouldn't kill. Shit like that.
ヤックンとしては慎重にいきたいでしょう。さあこれがヤックンのゲージ。
すげえあれ対策か
ゴキブリみたいですね、相変わらず。プロって壊しでしょう。動くとこ知っているヤックン。しかし掴まれたら終わりなことに違いないので気が抜けない。
OE has almost no differences from arcade.
それが
No gameplay differences anyway. There was the super beaters had different lengths, but they were still like they still filled up exactly the same speed. It's just that the animation was different.
ゴミに頑張ってほしい。旋風を見
Like
て
it
み
would
る
you would get EX bars at exactly the same time and supers at the same time, and they would cost the same price to use.
前方転進は
But the super meters looked different. They had different percentages because they covered a different amount of pixels, or the same percentages, but like different lengths in
ジェ
pixels.
スチャーを決めていく。前方決まって
Um,
これは珍しい。
What else? there's a bunch of little things that are fixed that are like literally bugs. Like can neutral throw on Makoto if it killed on I think last round. I don't know if it mattered. It would crash the game, and in online edition it doesn't. Shit like that. The game doesn't crash. There were like 6 or 8 changes like those, where it was just literally bugs being fixed. Remy's that's an actual balance change. In online edition, Remy's neutral throw on Urien, if Remy gets hit by the mirror, doesn't freeze Urien in place.
ヤックンチームの勝利です。いや最後は使ったですね。
I don't know why the 3S community doesn't play on OE. Literally doesn't make sense to me. It's the same shit.
はい
There's like no notable differences.
はい、エキシビション行きましょう。
ちくん
And yeah, they fixed the super meters. And there was another thing. Oh yeah, the little portraits don't show off the correct character colors.
エキシビジョンです。
But it doesn't really matter because usually you know who's who. And if there's a mirror, then there's still there's like a new display that shows off what colors you're using. So it's not really a problem.
星春麗といえば先日行われた対メスターズさんとの10先メスターユンでの10先を思い出しますね。他のユン使いにも通じるのか。星春麗のユン戦に注目。さあここは大ケラ暴れていく。プロットシュアシ
It was really nice that parry.
オクラスのターゲットはしっかりガードしている。これ補正を切っていくが
I'll watch that link in a second.
ここが入ってしまって投げ返す。
Whoa, that stand forward,
判定が恐ろしいですね。
par forward, whatever button it was. That hit really weird.
判定がある。
Alright, shoulder is quite a strong starter too.
あしかし森川さんこれはもうゲージ的にはもう
But it leaves you a little bit further out, so I think your same combos don't always work.
満足のいく1ラウンド目でしょ
しかしヤックンの勢いがこれやばいですね。
う。やばいですね。これは連勝を重ねてかなり勢いづいてますね。これ1本使って EX 2勝。
All it takes is one guy to bring a fucking console playing Third Strike.
持ち順利としてはこれは取らなきゃい
At
けない。
any event, that wouldn't be unwelcome. And you could just be like, I'm hosting a tournament, Third Strike, free entry, fucking winner gets $5. I guarantee you'll get entrance.
あー2択。うわーこれすごいな。
これは見えませんね。
やばいですね。
Nice.
光 EX 2勝で
That doesn't work on all characters. You have to do a walk-in. How easy that is based on how far away the character is after the command grab, which is different per character.
怒りの
It's quite easy on women.
これでファイナルバトル。
I shouldn't say quite easy, but it's easier on women.
エキシビジョン。
本当は行きたくないけどじゃあ行くかと。やっぱクーペのモチベでしょうね。
The problem is it takes your console and your $5 in order to set up a tournament like that,
準優勝してますから。
and like your screen or whatever.
収めている。
はい。
And there's no one doing that. That's the problem. That's the actual problem, is there's no one doing that.
間違いなく。
クリスさん競合って使いたいだけですよね。
They could, but that'd be a good thing if Ricky and Jay Wong win your $5 tournament.
ちょっと流行ってるんですよ。
That would foster interest in the game.
おっと画面見てみますとこれ押してるのは
これ森にですね。
森川店長押してますこれ。
I mean, it depends on what kind of players are showing up.
森川プレッションで
If it was like a bunch of guys who have no hope of beating Justin and Ricky, it'd be like, well,
エージェンが空中で当たって完走すればこれはダメか。
but it's your tournament. You could always just ban Justin and Ricky from entering.
情ですね。
情けるよ。
光殺すヤックン。
いや強えな強えな。
あ森川店長一矢報いてほしい。
このランお今のはすげえ。
先ほどのくぐりとか
I quite like watching Yun too.
そうですね。ちゃんと安定行動。ああだけどここはターゲットしゃがみくらい。
これは痛い。
まあこっから次はどうなる
Nice.
で
デーンと
まだ生きてる。飛びが取ってしまった。
上から来たぞ。
リーチ。そしてこのゲージ状況。
ゲージはある。
さあこれは
I had to hit on the first. I had to hit on the first
暗転
kick in order to punish, and it was out of range.
じゃあということで本日の東西戦は
Stop with these homogeneous clips. Oh, it just ended. We're done. What we got here? I like this one. This is the one with the taunt, right? I think the Stand Fierce was a failed taunt the first time. That's what makes it. Oh, this is my favorite too. I think this is everyone's favorite. This one's spectacular. If you've never seen this before. I don't know which KOF this is. That little flip back is invincible. And attempting this is riskless. And this character has nothing, like it goes under his fireball, it anti-airs him. He has nothing to stop Jin from doing this. I love how he gets frustrated near the end. Tries to like hit buttons and shit. Tries to jump. Completely dumbs this game down to like the most retarded 50-50. perfect.